Today, we are going to be looking at Dominator, one of the signature roller coasters at King's Dominion. Dominator is a floorless coaster built by B&M, famous for designing some of the most smoothest, reliable roller coasters in the world. But what makes the ride particularly interesting is its history. Dominator did not originally open at King's Dominion. It first debuted in 2000 at Geauga Lake in Ohio. After the park was shut down, many of its rides were sold off and given to other parks. Dominator was one of those, relocated to King's Dominion, where it opened in 2008, quickly becoming one of the park's headlining attractions. Even today, amongst the dense coaster lineup, it still stands out. Walking up to the ride, Dominator has an impressive presence. The lift hill towers over the surrounding area, and the bright track colors make it easy to spot from across the park. The queue line weaves through its structure, giving you great views of the coaster flying overhead through its inversions. And once you board, the first thing you'll notice is the floorless seating arrangement. Instead of having a floor beneath you like a traditional roller coaster, your legs are able to hang freely from the car. That design adds an extra layer of exposure, which makes every element feel more intense. After leaving the station, the train climbs the tall lift hill, giving the riders a moment to take in the view of the park. At the top, you'll immediately be pulled through its first drop. The drop is steep, fast, and delivers a great sense of speed as the train dives towards the ground before climbing through its first inversion. Right away, the rider establishes its pacing. Dominator is known for its 5 inversions. They come at the rider one after another in a fast flowing sequence. The ride begins with a massive vertical loop that delivers a strong positive forces as you race through the element. From there, the coaster transitions into a diving maneuver following inversions that twist and flip the riders in rapid succession. One of the things that B&M does well is making their rides smooth and fluid. Instead of feeling jerky and abrupt, Dominator flows through its element to element in a way that feels controlled and graceful, whether you're being flipped upside down multiple times. Another highlight is the ride's speed. The layout keeps the momentum going the entire time, which helps maintain a sense of excitement from start to finish. Because your feet are dangling the entire ride, every turn and inversion feels more dramatic. You really feel like you're flying through the layout. And in terms of intensity, Dominator sits in that sweet spot. It's thrilling enough for hardcore roller coaster fans, but also also approachable for enough riders who are just starting to get into the bigger thrills. The balance is one of the reasons that it remains one of the most popular parks for many years. And it's worth mentioning that the ride, it is another thing that is worth mentioning is the ride's overall smoothness. Again, B&M used to be very famous for being one of the smoothest coaster manufacturers out there compared to other manufacturers such as Aerodynamic. Dominator is over 2 decades old, but it still runs just like it did when it opened. B&Ms have a great reputation for aging gracefully, and Dominator is a great example of that. There's very little roughness, and the ride remains comfortable even after multiple rides. Speaking of rides, seat choice can slightly change the experience. The front row gives you the best view, emphasizing the feeling of flying over the track, and the back row can deliver a stronger pull over the first drop and through some of its inversions. They are both great options, and depending on what kind of experience you prefer, you'll end up choosing the row that you want to do the most. Overall, Dominator remains one of the standout attractions at King's Dominion. It may not be the newest coaster in the park, but it continues to deliver fun, intense, and extremely smooth rides. For fans of inversion-heavy coasters, it's definitely a must-ride. And if I'd have to give Dominator an overall ranking, I would put it high among B&M's floorless coasters. It combines strong elements, smooth transitions, great pacing, and the ride still holds up today. And if you're visiting King's Dominion, Dominator is an absolute must-do for one of the coasters. Thanks for watching the review, and let me know in the comments what your favorite roller coaster is at King's Dominion. And just before I go, a little bit about Dominator. It also has a long line because it's one of the first roller coasters you see in the park. I would suggest starting with it in the morning because later in the afternoon its lines can get long. And that said, again, thanks for watching the review. Let me know what your favorite coaster is at King's Dominion. Enjoy!